Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone. I'm your host, Matt, aka Legion Rex, and welcome to an episode of the G.A.P we had to re-record because Shane's internet had a fucking seizure.
I literally don't know what happened because Spencer was talking about cells at work, and then his voice just cut out, and there was nothing for like a straight minute. I'm like, hello? Hello? Is everyone there?
And
I think it was actually Discord because Discord wasn't. I was trying to leave the call and it just wasn't responding. So I think it was actually just Discord.
Yeah, Discord does that.
With me, I have my co-host Shane, the bearded one.
Oh, it's a great day, guys.
And with me, we also have our wonderful guest, Spencer. How you doing today, Spencer?
I'm having a half-gay day, not a full-gay day.
That joke is old now. We can't do that again.
I want to keep some fucking continuity in these goddamn intros.
Well, first, before we get started, you may notice that this episode's a little late.
It's a tad late.
It's a tad late. That's mostly due to a variety of factors, mainly Labor Day. But other than that, it's not too much of an issue, as pretty much it's only like a couple days. Mm-hmm. And unlike most of the times when this happens, there wasn't actually a lot of news that dropped during those 2 days, so it was all right.
So that's fine.
So it's fine. So we have a lot to talk, but we still have a lot to talk about. We have simulcasts, we have news, we have a wonderful featured anime to talk about. And I feel like we should get started here.
Yeah, I feel like we're ready.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
Especially after no more garbage internet. Let's hope.
Hopefully Discord is a good boy and plays along for once.
All right, it should. But let's.
It was like that one time when you were late to the podcast because you're like, Discord isn't fucking working. What's happening? I can't get into Discord. Why?
I was so mad, man. All right, but in any case, let's get started. So, Spencer, is there any shows? We're season. We should be done in about a month. Is there any shows in particular you want to discuss?
Why, yes, there is. I would like to focus on three.
Three?
First one I'm going to focus on is Cells at Work.
Ooh.
Recently, the past couple episodes, 3-4 episodes. Oh wait. Okay. Side note. That's why you didn't lose your shit when I mentioned Rebecca.
Yeah, because I was dealing with the Discord issue.
Because I said Rebecca like 3 times and you said nothing.
No, because I was like, hello? Is anyone there?
I was like, has Shane finally seen the light and will allow me to call her Rebecca?
No, I still think Rebecca's a fucking dumb name.
She's red blood cell.
It's better than just calling her red blood cell because there's millions of red blood cells.
But she's
she's the only one that's important.
Yeah.
What about her senpai?
Her name is Senpai.
Her name is Senpai. Like,
okay.
It could be like one of those things.
The character names in this anime is not very creative.
Well, they're based on fucking human biology. Of course, they're gonna have stupidly long names.
This is fine. Red blood cell AE 3808.
Thank you.
And white blood cell, I think he's 1114.
It's 1146.
1146. But no, recently it's really gotten away from the kind of monster of the week formula, and it's focusing a lot more on actually giving these characters story. Like one episode where it's white blood cell is kind of following red blood cell through blood circulation, and is like doing small things to help her because red blood cell has poor sense of direction and constantly.
Red blood cell is the biggest ditz I've ever seen in anime.
Red blood cell's adorable, and I love her.
She is adorable, and I love her.
Still best girl. Actually, you know what?
Are you gonna say who I think you're gonna say?
I think you know what I'm gonna say.
Yes,
you know anything about me?
Black Lagoon.
Yes, Black Lagoon.
Yes.
HK cell.
HK.
Yes.
As soon as I saw her, I'm like, Is this Black Lagoon now? Like what?
Sorry, Red Blood Cell, but you have been replaced.
I don't know, man. I mean, she was only there for the cancer episodes, but I mean,
she'll be back. I have a feeling
she'll be back because everybody's there. The helper T cell, the killer T cell. But anyways, like, so yeah, recently they've been focusing a lot on giving these cells, our quote unquote main characters, like more actual story. Like the newest episode was about our killer T cell friend and how he kind of grew into being a killer T cell. And the episode before that was the blood circulation, in which the killer T cell got angry and beat the shit out of the white blood cell because we can't be friends with them. You're not supposed to be nice to these cells. They're just cells.
Yeah,
and
they just get in the way.
And white blood cells like, no, I headcanon, I love red blood cell. And then
LOL, he does.
We're not gonna get into the fanfic side of things
because I've seen some actually really well done fan art of them, and it's really adorable. But yeah, Cells at Work actually went through a change of being just another cool monster of the week with some science facts and actual characterization. The next anime I'm going to talk about is My Hero.
I am not caught up on either version, so that should tell you a lot about what's going on with me.
Yeah. We're basically wrapped up on the, well, I don't know about the sub, because I'm watching dub, but
the sub just got to Inasa Todoroki.
Yeah. Inasa Todoroki, what they did was, I felt this was a smart thing. They left that into one. They basically took the entire Gain Orca rescue stuff and just put it in like one episode.
One episode? Okay, yeah, that's a smart thing to do.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, so they just started the rescue itself, the rescue part of the hero exams.
In the dub, as of the last episode, Gang Orca just showed up. So the next episode's going to be the movie filler.
You're not actually you're not actually that far behind.
It's only 2 episodes behind.
This wasn't nearly it's not nearly as bad as season 2 from last year, where it was like 4 episodes behind. That was ridiculous. But like it's actually not too far behind. That's actually good.
But my hero is My Hero. I don't feel the need to really touch on that. It's still good.
I have a couple of things I want to say about My Hero, to be honest. And I have I don't know if all you'll agree with me, because I'm about to do a really hot take right now.
I have a feeling I know what the hot take is.
I don't like Hero License. I still don't. Like, I don't know. Something about Hero License in both the manga and now this is just not. It does nothing for me.
I understand that. I don't
know if it's the pacing. I don't know if it's the stakes. It might. I don't know if it's the lack of strong stakes.
I think it's because there's literally no stakes in this. If they fail, they could just take it again next year. So
I will agree. Here's the thing, though. Once Yoroshi and Todoroki start fighting, that's when the arc gets like fucking. Great.
Oh yeah.
But
I agree 100%.
So long to get. It takes so long to get there, and like it's one of those things where like I'm not. Like, yes, it's still good because it's My Hero, but like it's not. But you're coming off of like the best arc of the show.
You're coming off of like pure 10 out of 10 material, and now you're down to like an 8.
Yeah, you're definitely an 8. A low 8 actually for me. Like it's. I don't know. Now here's the thing. Now that is low 8. Now Now apparently the newest episode of the sub, I haven't seen it yet because I'm been busy, but apparently it's fucking like amazing. Like it's on the the fight's on the level of fucking like Deku versus Todoroki.
Yeah, I've seen
everyone
some
is
screenshots
losing their shit. So I'm hoping that if it's that good, it will redeem the entire arc in my eyes.
I have seen some screenshots from the newest sub episode, and the art is like top notch.
They got it's the same director.
Yeah. I'll give another hot take. This arc, while in the manga I thought was okay, the filler episodes have been some of the best episodes of this arc.
This arc just proves that My Hero does filler better than any other shonen.
We'll get the next episode of the when you guys get to it. But
let's talk about this motherfucker, fucking super ass mean girl who closes her eyes and gets an IQ of like 300.
And Josh is like, "Oh, it's the same quirk as Nezu's," and I'm like, "It is not the same quirk as Nezu's."
Nezu is just smart. Like, that's the period. Nezu is just intelligent.
Yeah, that's what I said. It's like Nezu, his quirk is just that's his base intelligence. He was born like that. Whereas this girl, she closes her eyes and her intelligence like multiplies numerous times.
It doubles.
And then
she
I'm like,
a base IQ of 150. When she closes her eyes and does the fucking math meme, it goes to 300, and she just all that shit was cool. You had a fucking crazy ass girl with a 6 slingshot.
Yeah, you had the fucking Leaf Village ninjas coming from the Chunin exam to beat the shit
Power Ranger looking motherfuckers.
To beat the shit out of Todoroki. That lasted like total of 5 minutes before he just went yeet.
He's just like, yeah, go fuck yourselves.
It was so good, but anyways, yeah. So I want to talk about the last thing, which is a thing only I've seen, but we talked about it last episode. Actually,
was it? Feeling.
Wait a minute. Is this I think I know what this is. What is this?
I'm going to talk about the 1,000 Noble Rifles.
Oh fucking
Oh god.
Oh no.
I want to watch this because this looks like my kind of
You know what it is, Matthew?
Kind of garbage.
You know what it is, Matthew?
What?
Not terrible.
If I feel like
in fact,
I've already
actually
soiled. I'm sorry, I'm interrupting you.
No, you go ahead.
No, I feel like I was like, this sounds stupid and it's probably crap, but then I thought, wait, I've already soiled my HIDIVE account with Nakaimo, so we can only just go up from here.
Yeah, we can only go up. Have you noticed that every time we seem to watch something from HIDIVE, it's always like it's
always
really
some
good.
Stupid
ecchi
bullshit that I hate.
This isn't ecchi.
Sentai picks it up. Sentai picks up.
Because Sentai is dumb. Anyway, Spencer, continue about the 1,000 Musketeers.
It's the 1,000 Noble Musketeers.
Gun Boys.
Okay, so holy shit, this show is fucking radical. like, I'm kind of upset with myself that it wasn't trash.
I'm upset with myself that I actually kind of liked it.
No, like this anime is a solid 7 or 7.5 to maybe an 8 if it gets really
so
good out of 10.
Is this another Killing Bites?
It's another Killing Bites where it's just nobody.
Yes.
Where it's just nobody. Also, it's not an ecchi in the slightest.
Thank God.
There's nothing sexual about this show. Instead, it's motherfuckers who are guns that were given human bodies by their master. And it's okay, wait, let me give you a very brief rundown of the story, because it's fucking radical.
You're gonna have to tell me, because right now I'm trying not to laugh.
Here we go. So, in a world that was struck by nuclear warfare...
you lost. It's over.
No,
it's fucking over.
Listen. Okay, there was nuclear fallout, and then the countries of the United States of America, Japan, and Britain came together to form the Empire. And they dole out peace and justice, and there's no wars. However, it is a totalitarian government. And in order to weaponize all of the Empire's troops, they went through everything and picked up all the guns. Except they left all the ancient guns because they literally found them to be useless, which is what they are. So all the ancient guns were picked up by the Resistance because they were the only ones they could find to use. So now the modern people are using the AUG and the Galil and the AR-15 and things that can shoot 30 to 60 rounds a minute. Meanwhile, our hero is Brown Bess, which is a early 19th century War of 1812 era musket. and there's a whole bunch of other people. The leader is called Napoleon, even though he isn't Napoleon. He's just a person he's just a gun who thinks he's Napoleon. Okay?
Wait.
Okay? You following so far? Because it's about to get even more crazy.
Yeah, uh-huh.
Following? Okay. So then it turns out that that these guns go on missions, and they can unlock a special ability called True Nobility,
Oh my fucking
which basically gives them no reload from Juni Tyson, aka Deadeye, in which they they glow gold. They get a special fucking Sailor Moon-esque transformation sequence, and they can just they gain extra speed, agility, and their gun doesn't have to reload.
I'm gonna die.
Dude, this anime is fucking radical.
I need to watch this because this sounds fucking dumb, but it sounds like my kind of.
Oh,
This
no,
sounds
100%,
fucking retarded.
100%. This is not a smart anime, okay? Fucking flip-flappers in its weird lesbian subtext, it is not. However, this is the most fun I've had with an anime this season. And I watched 3 episodes, and motherfucker, this is amazing.
I love how Spencer just jumps right out of the night. Like, he jumps right out of Crazy Taxi. He's like, this show is radical, dudes.
Whoa.
Hey, come on down to 1,000 Musketeers.
You look pretty good. Come on in.
And then the Offspring starts playing.
Yeah.
1,000 Musketeers sounds like a fucking candy shop owned by the Three Musketeers people.
Yeah, and it's just 1,000 Three Musketeers bars.
Why is that image so funny to me?
I don't know. Just a mountain of Three Musketeers.
When you walk into this store and you're like, oh hi, can I have a Three Musketeers bar? And you're just taking one off the fucking wall.
Yeah, the walls are made of Three Musketeers. It's like, oh, you're literally eating us out of business.
I would.
Yeah, I would.
While the Offspring starts playing in the background.
Yeah.
Crazy Taxi.
Shade, is there any shows you want to talk
Yeah, there's a couple. There's one big one that I think
There's a lot.
There's one big one that started recently for us that I know you and I will be talking about, but we'll save that for later.
But okay. But I want to say something before you do because our shows overlap. Most of our shows overlap.
Mm-hmm.
Every show decided to go into Swerve fucking City for the past couple weeks.
Don't know why. All of them are just suddenly doing these like M. Night Shyamalan twists. Just like M. Night Shyamalan went to Japan, slapped his dick on every storyboard in the country, and it's like, what they twist?
What that twist? So let's start off with Shay. Let's start with which one do you want to talk about first? Because that's quite a bit.
I say we start with Sugar Life, because we haven't talked about that much to begin with, and oh boy, that twist.
Let's talk
up on Sugar Life.
All right, so we're about to possibly spoil the fuck out of Sugar Life. So
Spencer, if you don't want to know anything, literally mute everything right now.
I would highly recommend that if you have not seen Sugar Life.
Okay, I'll just step myself.
Yeah, we'll message you when you can come back in.
Good.
All right. So, one of the things I love about Sugar Life is its ability to fucking the way it does its plot twists is fucking brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
Like it only gives you exactly what you need to know at any specific time, so the plot twists feel like that they've always been there. It's just that the information wasn't important at the time, so we didn't need to know that this happened. So, her aunt's fucking alive.
Her aunt is alive.
Her
not
aunt
dead.
Her aunt's alive, and she's arguably more crazy than her.
Oh, she is absolutely more crazy.
Like I feel I feel bad for her now.
Like that entire scene where she's trying to seduce the cop right in front of everyone. I was like, oh.
Shit.
I could feel my skin crawl. I was like, I don't even know if I can finish this, but I'm going to power through it.
Oh, it's so it was
so uncomfortable. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, fuck it. The direction in this show is so good too. Like everything in that scene in the ant was fucking brilliant.
And literally no exposition whatsoever. They do not drop any like info dumps on you. It's just like context clues. Like, she's alive, she's crazy, you know what she's been doing, you know what she's all about.
Like you know that she's like some kind of prostitute. It's implied, like at the very least.
Like she's the kind of prostitute that would literally do anything if you paid her. Like, she would let you take a shit in her mouth, probably.
Yeah. If it arouses you, then it's okay, because that's what love is, right?
And I know exactly what the smell coming from that room was.
Yeah,
it's very heavily implied.
Yeah, it's
that's her fun room, as she likes to call it.
Yeah, that's her fun room. And then that wonders what the fuck I'm pretty sure that she's done some shit to Sato.
Oh, probably. Wow.
And this show's fucked.
This is fucked.
It's so fun, but it's the type of fun. I've been wanting a show like this for a while.
Have you seen the new episode 8?
I haven't. It is like the one thing that I wanted to watch, but I just couldn't.
Okay, I'm not gonna.
I will watch it today after this podcast.
I'm not going to spoil anything about what happens, but there's more. We get backstory on Sato and how she ended up in the apartment.
Oh, that guy at the end of that of episode 7, he's fucking dead, bruh. I know he's dead. He's gonna get.
Yeah, but how?
I know.
Have to watch.
I'm pretty sure I know what happens. Like, the show. Here's the good thing about the show is that it makes it pretty clear. The show makes it. The twists aren't exactly like completely out of left field, and you can kind of piece stuff together as time goes on. But it's just the way they're executed is so.
I will say though, episode 7 is the best episode just because of the plot twist with the ant. However, the first half of episode 8, the scene with her and the dude in the apartment, is some of the best direction I've seen all season. Like, that one scene is so brilliantly directed and edited. Like, it just knocks it out of the fucking park.
This is like such a good show. All right, let's get Spencer back in.
Okay, let's get Spencer back in. Hold on. Come back in, Spenny. Let's just wait for him to. Oh, he's back.
We are good. Yeah. Good thing you weren't here because we literally just spoiled the fuck out of that.
We spoiled the shit rotten.
All right, so we're done with Circle Life. What else do you want to talk about next? Because
I dropped a couple shows, actually.
Which one? Oh, well, temporarily.
Well, I'll say I put them on hold. I'm not sure if I'll go back to them once they're done, but I dropped, air quotes, Anglemois and Angels of Death. Not because they're bad shows in any way. They're not. They are good, quality shows. It's just at this point, I have no real motivation to keep up on them. Like, I even thought about it. Like, I thought in my head, like, okay, what's the list so far? Like, from best to worst this season. And then I listed every show I'm watching out, and those two were at the bottom. Not because they're bad, just because my level of interest in them has certainly wavered since the beginning of the season.
As someone who binged Anglemois, I can attest that Anglemois is much better binged. So I really highly recommend waiting. When that's done, finish that one, at least. That one, when binged, Anglemois is fucking great.
And I mean, Angels of Death, it's good, but, you know, there's nothing really keeping me invested in it other than Zach. Because Zach is a freaking great character, and I love him. Other than that, pretty standard stuff, to be honest.
It was the pretty, to be dead. Angel of Death was the most dropped show of the season, so that.
And I now see why after watching. I think I watched.
Apparently, the newest episode was kind of ass, anyways. So like, maybe you actually dodged the bullet. Maybe you dodged the bullet. I don't know.
I dodged Zach's scythe on this one.
I'll still watch it. I'm still gonna watch it and finish it though. I still think that I love the premise a lot too much to like let it go. All right, I kind of want to talk about Banana Fish.
Okay, talk about. But oh my god, you watched the shorter episode.
Yeah, I
Oh
did.
my fucking god.
I caught up on it.
Oh,
Yeah,
Spencer, do you want to be spoiled? All right.
And then he goes, all right, so I want to talk about Banana Fish because they did my boy Shorter dirty.
Do you see now what I was saying?
They did him dirty, boy, man. Like, I was upset.
I was so fucking upset.
This entire episode is just the entire like episode, or the entirety of episode 9 is just like one giant like fuck you.
Yeah.
It's pretty pretty hard to watch.
Yeah, it is.
And the thing is that the like banana after this episode, I'm just like, Banana Fish is just fucking depressing the entire way through.
It's gone straight into the gutter.
And Shorter was like one of my favorite.
Shorter was my favorite character. So how do you think I feel
now that he's dead?
That he's fucking dead, and the fact that Ash was the one who had to put him down. Because
Banana Fish was injected into him, so he went crazy and was like, I'm going to kill AG.
And like there's the scene where he goes up to Ash when he's chained up, and he's like, Ash, I can't do it anymore. You gotta set me free. And he's like clawing at his chest, like at his heart. I'm like, oh no.
Yeah,
and now do you see what I was saying?
We're not even halfway done the show either.
Nope.
It's gonna be so like I can only imagine what's coming.
I don't want to know. I'm too sad. I'm too sad to find out.
I mean, Banana Fish is still fucking excellent.
Unless the show gets like stupid and they're like, oh, Shorter's still alive.
I don't think this show is smarter than that. I think.
I mean, I wouldn't complain because Shorter.
I would also complain because I'd be like, I saw him die.
I watched him get a bullet through his heart, and I was like, that's the thing, that because it was that shot was so well angled, like the composition of the actual shot was really well done, because it, from that fucking profile view of Shorter, you have no idea where the bullet went through until afterwards. And then you see exactly where the bullet hole is. It's on the left side, right at heart level. So it fakes you out to think, oh, maybe he just like shot him like in the back or through the rib cage.
No,
it's right through the heart.
Yeah, all right, let's get Spencer back in here.
Okay. Spenny boy. Spenny. Come back.
Yeah, okay, we're good. You're good.
The numbers don't lie, and they spell disaster.
Topical.
All right, Shane, is there any other show you want to talk about?
I think there's one big one that we have to get out of the way. I think you know what it is.
Attack on Titan?
Attack on Titan.
Because...
Is the dub out yet?
The dub started a couple weeks ago.
It's 2 episodes in, because episode 3 should have been last week, but unfortunately, there was a fucking marathon of something.
There was a My Hero marathon on Toonami. That's what happened.
Toonami, yeah. Who gives a fuck about My Hero?
I've seen season 1 like 5 times. I don't give a shit.
Suck it, fuck it. The attack. Let's just say, Attack on. I love how before the beginning of the season, I'm excited for Attack on Titan. Man, Attack on Titan is the fucking best. Mm-hmm. I can't say enough just how fucking good. When this show is on point, it's fucking so on point. So fucking good. There is no comparing this show to anything else, and the reveal of Kenny is so good.
God,
like
damn.
Levi and like 2 other scouts are just like reconning. They're just like, yeah, we're good. And then all you see is just, boof, and then one of them gets like sniped.
Yeah, her head is gone.
Her head's gone, and the other one gets like fucking blasted. And then Kenny just comes
and he's
up
like,
and
"Yo, Levi."
Yo, Levi, we haven't seen each other in a while. I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the face.
I'm gonna fucking kill you, kid.
and I'm like, oh. So the animation when Kenny's reveals animation was
the animation this season in general
is
so high caliber. That's one
and
thing.
Even then, is it just me, or has this season kind of gone by quickly?
It's going by quickly.
It's going by real quick.
Like, this is a fast-feeling season.
No, it's because like what they did was the manga. What they did was that the manga is like, was it 20 chapters? This arc's like 20 chapters long. But unlike the previous arcs, which are around the same length, unlike the previous arcs, it's every chapter is like, it's all the chapters are like taking place at the same time. So like it's all like super fucking like convoluted and like really hard to follow. Because with chapter, because you're like, okay, when is everything exactly taking place? What the anime did was like, so basically like each episode's like adapting like 5 chapters at once, but it's not like all the chapters. It's like a little bit of each chapter in each episode.
Also, for those of you who don't know on the podcast, in case I haven't mentioned it, the Uprising arc is my favorite arc in the entirety of Attack on Titan.
Yeah,
I fucking love this arc because instead of focusing mainly on the Titans, it's like, yeah, the Titans are a problem, but so are fucking insane motherfuckers.
But guess what? Humans are also scum.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I love that. I love the direction this arc is taking. There has not been a single Titan this season.
Nope.
I know Titans are coming.
They are coming.
For those who want that, Titans will be coming. But like right now, I just love this show. Fucking we're getting like good old classic like shonen fights now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
which I fucking love.
Like the scene in episode 2 when Levi is getting hunted down by Kenny's crew and he's like zipping through the streets while they're trying to gun him down.
Yeah,
might be the best scene all season. Not gonna lie.
It's so good. It's so good, and I think that Attack on Titan is just a fucking.
I can't wait to see where this shit goes, dude.
I'm so happy it's back. I'm so happy it's back. Anyway,
Attack on Titan is one of those animes where it's just like, you can't go wrong with Attack on Titan.
No, not really, unless they royally fuck it up, and I have enough faith in them to say, no, they won't.
Yeah, they have not yet. The manga hasn't fucked up yet either. So, like, it's one of those things where it's like, yep, it's so good. All right, anything else? Anything else you want to talk about?
I've
Shane?
covered everything I want to talk about.
All right, because there's one thing I want to talk about, and I think Shane knows what it is. And nobody here has at least caught up to it yet, so I can't go too heavily in depth with it until the dub reaches it. And I want to talk about Review Starlight because
I haven't actually started Review Starlight yet, sadly.
I'm gonna keep it as vague as possible.
Thank you.
All right.
Just for context, the dub is at episode 5.
Okay.
So next week we might be able to cover it then. It's very, very close to where the dub where shit hits the fan. All right, so so the first half of the show, episode 1 to 6, is really, really good. Like anime of the season material right there. Like it's like fucking great, and it's easy. Like the animation is stellar, the music is amazing. Episode 7 happens, and you thought Happy Sugar Life Swerve City was nuts. Review Starlight just literally pulled the curtain off of literally everything it's trying to do, and everything changes. And it's such a fucking good episode that, one, I'd argue is probably one of the best episodes of the entire fucking year. Just standalone episodes of the year. But it's also, like, it puts the entire show in a new context. And suddenly the show jumps from anime of the season to possibly anime of the year material, like if it kept that up. And then episode 8 happens. And I'm about to say something that's going to pretty much, like, I think, possibly hype it up to the point where Shane's gonna lose his damn mind. This might be the best anime I've seen since Madoka all the way back in 2011. And this,
Huh.
yeah, and it's because if it keeps this up and it goes the direction I think it's going,
is this like Madoka? Oh, they're actually turned into witches level of stuff here.
It's not like dark shit. It's not dark shit, or it depends on what direction they go. But like the twist is more about this particular. It's less about the world. It's more about character. Like it turns
talking like Black Swans type shit.
No Black Swan type shit. Just it's if you've seen Utena, if you've seen any Ikuhara stuff, it's less like. It's just surreal, trippy shit.
Okay.
That's what I like.
It's surreal, trippy shit, and it's so good. It's so fucking... And the animation on episode 8 is some of the best of the year. Like, it rivals that of Attack on Titan and Violet for me. And it's
Because I've seen, especially in episode 5, I've started to see, like, the production issues come into play a little bit.
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Do not worry about it. Episode 7 has less, like, if it makes any sense, has, like, less, like, high scale, like, really, like, over the top Sakuga animation. But episode 7 makes up for it with probably the best directed damn episode of the year. Like, the way it's directed and storyboarded is absolutely fucking brilliant. You are not ready for what's happening on Revue Starlight.
I don't doubt that.
You are not ready. And if it keeps this up, I have full confidence that this will probably be my anime of the year. Like, I have full confidence. And I feel like such a fucking idiot for fucking not going after this show earlier. I feel like such a dumbass.
You're welcome.
I was a I am going to say it now on the podcast for everyone to hear. I was a big dumb. Shane had to convince me to watch this damn thing. And
now you see what I mean when I say you should have been seeing it from the beginning.
Instead, I was a big dumb, and I was like, I was all about that banana fish. That's what I was like, banana fish is gonna be my anime of the season.
Nope.
And now, nope, it's not. But yeah, Revue Starlight's fucking great right now. And I think that
was a much longer simulcast discussion than we usually have.
Yeah, but there's a lot there's just a lot to talk about. So
yeah, it's been my first time since this season started that I've been on the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So with that, let's talk about some news. A lot of Jump news.
Yeah.
A lot of Jump news these past 2 weeks, but we'll get through it. We'll get through it. Nothing. It's not nothing too like stuff. We're not going to spend too much time.
Let's blaze through this news, boys.
Let's blaze through this. All right. So, how much do all of you know about Gintama?
Oh, nothing. Other than it's stupid.
Nothing.
I actually do know about Gintama.
All right. Gintama's ending.
Actually, this time.
Yeah, actually, this time. If there are no delays, the manga will end on September 15th, which is in a week.
A week? So
yeah. So we got 2 chapters left for Gintama, and which means that Gintama, which is one of the longest lasting Jump manga in a while. It's pretty much 74 volumes, so it's quite long. Is wrapping up, and as someone who really likes Gintama, this sucks. Because it's damn great, and I hope that and it's definitely one, Shane, that you need to watch, because it's really fucking good. Do you like Pop Team Epic style humor? Well, it's that. So,
but it's that, but just like big dumb battle shonen.
it's that with Big Dumb Battle Shonen that eventually actually starts to take itself seriously by the end.
That sounds like my jam, not gonna lie.
Yeah, like, and no, but at the same time, like, the tropes they use, like, the thing is about what makes it different from other shonen is that when it does go serious, it's not like a shonen, it's more like Rurouni Kenshin shonen, so it's a lot darker. And it's more like, so like when characters die, they stay dead.
Good.
And there's and all the villains are like morally ambiguous.
Not like this motherfucking Avdol motherfucker. Oh, it just grazed my forehead.
Oh,
fuck you! Fuck you, Aragaki!
Aragaki.
Aragaki.
Yeah, that's right. I said the wrong mangaka's name. Fuck you. I'm not even gonna respect him enough to do that.
Fuck you, Araki, you beautiful boy.
Oh yeah, but Gintama's ending. So if you want to watch/read Gintama, now is pretty much the time to do so. Moving on to news that is awesome for me, possibly others. One Piece is getting another movie.
Yes, it is.
Really?
The end of the 2-hour One Piece episode of Skypiea special in Japan revealed on Saturday evening that One Piece was getting a new anime film that will open in Japan summer of next year. It will commemorate the TV anime's 20th anniversary and will be the 14th One Piece film.
Holy fuck!
Yeah.
Wait, how many of these films?
There are 14.
Not as many as Dragon Ball, but the fact that, you know, it's been airing pretty much every week since 1998. 1999? I don't fucking know. It's been going on forever. Everyone knows this.
Yeah. Shane, how much have you read something of One Piece?
I believe I read 14 or 15 chapters. It was during the buggy arc is where I'm at. I literally just started and I haven't gone back since.
No, Shane started it, said this shit's radical, and then never.
Yeah, and then never finished it.
Yeah. And Spencer knows some stuff about One Piece.
I watched I read up to the end of the Arlong arc about 7 years ago.
And if you want trivia about the 4Kids dub, Spencer's your boy.
Because I will vehemently defend the 4Kids dub.
The only person I ever met who will defend the 4Kids dub.
Mm-hmm.
If you want him to recite that theme song word for word right now, he can do it.
I can.
He can.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, he's not going. Yeah, he ain't going to. But he can. But there's a new One Piece film coming. One Piece films have had One Piece films are like Dragon Ball. They've had a very, very all over the track record that's all over the place. But recently, also very similar to Dragon Ball, the recent ones have been very, very good. Strong World was great. Z was great. Gold was great. So I totally expect this one to be just as great. So I hope so. So if you're a fan of One Piece, this is definitely one. You gotta watch this. I'm definitely watching this because literally all the One Piece, like whenever a One Piece film comes out, the hypest stuff ever. So I cannot wait to fucking just watch another one. So hopefully Oda's involved like in the previous ones. That's all I asked for. All right, so. I'm actually gonna get through the rest of the Jump news because there's a lot of it. Let's just go.
Lightning round.
Yeah, another Jump manga is getting an anime. It's named We Never Learn. This year's 39th issue of the Jump magazine revealed on Monday that Tashi Tatsui's We Never Learn manga will get a television adaptation. The director of the anime will be the same person who directed the classic harem anime Love Hina from years back. So we have a veteran directing. Go Zappa, who's best known for writing who's best known for writing Blend S from last year.
Oh boy, Spencer
will be a sort of script. So Spencer's definitely gonna be checking this one out. we have and it will be, there is no word on which it will be on it will be from the people in charge will be Studio Silver, who are currently the people in charge of who they do a lot of key animation, but this is one of the few times they've actually done like an entire anime by themselves. They're best known for doing the key animation for stuff on Attack on Titan, Planet With, a lot of stuff for Wit. They do a lot of stuff for Wit.
Studio Wit.
If you want to know, Shane, they did the key animation for episode 6.
Okay, that's all I needed. That's all I needed to know.
So that's all you need to. So the animation so this show will look pretty good. I have not read nor heard of.
I have literally never heard of this until just now.
Until Jump. I look at for a brief summary. The manga story centers on Yuga, a student who's aiming for a scholarship because he comes from a poor family. His school gives him a condition. He can have a recommendation for a scholarship if he tutors 2 classmates to help him get into schools of their choice. Ogata and Furuhashi. One of them is a science genius, and the other one is a little prodigy, but they're both aiming to go to schools that are not what they are normally go to. Ogata wants to go to a liberal arts school. Furuhashi wants to go to science. And they're both pretty much like, outside of their fields of expertise, they're fucking just... honestly, this sounds like a really low-key kind of like chill anime, and I kind of want to watch it, not gonna lie. So, but that's getting an anime. And speaking of stuff coming back or stuff that's continuing, Black Clover, which is probably
you got fucking swerved.
Yeah, fucking swerved. Probably the most, but probably one of the most, whether or not positively or negatively in both capacities, probably one of the most talked about shows of the past year, is continuing on past his original 51 episodes. The Crunchyroll's French news site reported on Monday that Black Clover will continue into a new season, and they have a trailer out that confirms the series will be on Crunchyroll in October. Now, it is important to specify that this is not necessarily the same thing. This is technically a new season order of Black Clover. So in essence, in the Japanese anime industry, that means that past 51 episodes, it will be at least in-house, it will be considered like a separate season. So that means it has its own budget, its own staff, its own everything.
Hopefully they actually do it right this time.
There's a possibility. There is a possibility they will, especially considering that if you've seen the amount of money that Black Clover pulls in, it's a stupid amount of money. So more than likely, it's quite possible that they're gonna give the second half a bigger budget. I don't know. That visual was lit. So
Demon
and if
Asta?
they do, Demon Asta, who in the manga is awesome. So I hope that they do this correctly, because Black Clover has potential to be fucking just top fucking tier. So I hope that this really kicks off. It kicks off. It's not the only Jump thing coming back though, because Hunter Hiatus,
or Hunter x Hunter.
Fuck you.
Is coming back on September 22nd. On September 22nd, this is actually the shortest hiatus that's been with the manga for quite a while, actually.
That's kind of sad.
That's kind of sad. The last time the series went on hiatus was in April of this year, which means that is coming back, which means that it's probably going to last another 10 chapters and then go back on hiatus. Mm-hmm. But in any case, Hunter x Hunter is back. If you're a fan of Hunter x Hunter, well,
hello.
Share our pain.
Yeah.
It sucks.
See, I'm not at the same camp as everyone else because I'm not caught up on the manga, so I don't feel the same pain.
Refuses to read it because he's tired of this.
I know with it. Yes, go ahead, Spencer.
I said, and I'm not in the same camp as either of you because I have not read a single word of Hunter x Hunter.
Just watching anime. No, but I'm not in the same camp as everyone else because I haven't caught up on the manga, because I know it'll take me like less than a day to catch up with the amount of chapters there are, and then I'll be in the same camp with everyone else and want to kill myself. So I'm not going to do that.
Instead, he's going to love his life. But yeah, that's coming back. As we're moving on to other stuff that got more like that's getting more episodes. One of the anime I think that both of us, that everyone here is that this year's either both surprised them and is really like enjoying this year is Kotaro. Gigi no Kotaro.
Mm-hmm. Oh yes, this.
We have really Kotaro is really blowing us away with the level of quality of its animation, its storytelling, its characters, and just the creativity that goes into the yokai. Well, one of the things that makes Kotaro different from other long-running anime so far is that it's mostly been pretty episodic, with the exception of like with a minor overarching story at the same time, mainly as a way to make everything feel make sure the story's progressing. But for the most part, it's been episodic stories that focus on a yokai or a dilemma. Sometimes without even action. Sometimes it's just like it's a more of a mystery show, more of a horror show. It runs the gambit of genres. Well, that's going to change in October, as the official website for the new Geki no Kotaro anime revealed on Saturday that the anime will enter a new arc on September 7th called the Western Yokai Arc. The arc will center on the Western Yokai's treasure, the Reign of Arcana, a witch named Aang flees. The Western Yokai's strongest emperor, Backbeard, follows Agnes to Japan, where Agnes will encounter Kitaro and probably the rest of the group, Mana and all them, and ask for his help. So Shane's very excited about this.
I'm excited because it's something different for Kitaro, because we're 23 episodes into the show as of this recording, and up until now, it's basically what Matt said. It's very episodic, but at the same time, it has this like very thin underlying narrative that's been strung along throughout the entire series
involving Nameless.
Yeah, involving Nameless, which hasn't gotten a lot of screen time, but his presence is always there. So the fact that they're starting an honest-to-God story arc now in Kitaro, which we didn't think was going to happen for a while, it has me excited, because it's something different, and I'd like to see how Toei handles Kitaro with an actual story arc, because Toei is very hit and miss with long-running shonen. We know that for a fact.
Super. But I'm excited. I just want to see Kitaro beat the shit out of yokai. To be honest,
If Toei can keep the same level of quality they have up until this point, and have the story make it actually interesting, and benefit the world building, and flesh out the cast a little more, I'll be all for it.
Yeah, because I just want more Kitaro. I love the show. So
dude, that episode with the fucking Gyuki.
Yeah. That was some creepy shit.
Like that transformation scene is like top tier Toei. And it's fucking it was creepy as fuck. Oh yeah, it was.
Oh, the Gyuki, just the fucking where and Katsan's running away from fucking the Gyuki, and it's like, Kitaro, come back. That got me.
Kitaro, stop being an asshole.
Please come back. As for our next two pieces of news are pretty much announcements. The first one is an announcement that's been even anxiously waiting for a while. That Netflix confirmed with Anime News Network on Wednesday that Seven Deadly Sins: Revival of the Commandments will premiere on Netflix in October. By the end of September, they will announce the exact premiere date of Seven Deadly Sins.
We'll probably actually have the date on the next G.A.P.
On the next G.A.P, we will get the day
most likely
of when it premieres, and we'll make sure to let you all know when that happens. This took long enough, but we're finally getting it, and I think that's awesome.
I can finally start Seven Deadly Sins.
You can, and it's all going to be on Netflix for your convenience.
It's all going to be on Netflix, fully dubbed too.
And the dub is great.
Bryce Papenbrook voices fucking Meliodas.
And I think Erica.
Which
It's Erica Mendez is in it too.
Oh, nice, nice.
No,
Erica Harlacher.
yeah, Erica Harlacher does.
How could you forget Best Girl On?
I was stretching.
You fuck.
I was stretching.
Oh, jeez.
You were stretching.
But anyway, yeah, I've purposely been holding off on Seven Deadly Sins because I've been waiting for season 2 to finally come out. So now that it is next month, I can finally start watching that shit.
All right. But the biggest announcement the past 2 weeks is probably one that everyone wanted, but not in the way that we got it. We're getting more Madoka, boys.
But
Madoka's
not
back.
really, kind of.
Not really, kind of. We're still gonna watch it because it's Madoka.
If it gets simulcasted, which it will, we'll fucking be horrible people and watch it.
We'll be horrible people, and we'll probably love it.
Probably.
We'll probably love it. But as we know, Magia Day, it was an event marked the first anniversary of Magia, which is the smartphone game. It's a Madoka gacha game. Because because of course it is. Announced on Saturday that a TV anime adaptation of the game has been greenlit for next year. There is a teaser promotional video and a visual. Studio Shaft is returning to do it, which is nice. The game's story takes place in Kamihama, which is guided by strange power. Magical girls gather in the town and battle a new power drawn from witches. The main character is Iroha Tamaki, who arrives in the town and joins other magical girls in search for her missing younger sister Yui. Before long, Homura also arrives because she needs to save her Madoka.
Oh god.
I was gonna say, how can you say the word Homura and expect people to be excited? Fuck Homura.
No. Okay.
Look, the new character Amano Tamaki became a magical girl with a wish, mainly because she wanted to save her sister from an illness. And Madoka also shows up in search for her missing friend Homura. So both of them are in the city looking for each other. Now the thing is, it's a gacha game, so they have to go to follow the plot of the game closely. I have no idea. The game has no plot because it's a fucking gacha game. So
if you spend $9.99, you can get 50 tickets, and you might get a rare bride version of Homura.
You might get God Doka. You might get the ultimate Madoka. Who's
when
in the game.
more real Madoka?
You might get Bebe.
You might get when more real Madoka.
When more real Madoka?
I don't know. Geno Uebuchi's working on that puppet shit. So I have no idea when the fuck he's coming back. I don't know.
Fuck you. Give me fucking.
They're still working on it. They said that they specified that this is separate from the previous work that they were working on.
Oh, so shit! Really? I had no idea.
Yeah, so this is another. This is another thing entirely. Here's what I think this is. This is going to make some money, a lot of money for them, so that way they can fund the fucking next big thing.
Hey, we're still working on the next big thing that you want, but we're having some financial troubles right now, so we're gonna make this smaller thing that you don't really want, that in the end will make us more money, so we can finally make the big thing that you actually want.
Guess what? I'm still gonna fucking probably buy it.
I'm still gonna watch it. I don't care.
I'm still gonna download it. I don't give a shit.
I'm still gonna watch it.
I'm still gonna watch the shit. It might be shit. Who knows? But hey, I'll still watch it.
It's Studio Shaft, so it probably might actually not. This might actually be good. But it's.
But you know what? I'm gonna say something. That's fine. This is fine because you know what? At least we get information. At least it's not like fucking Drifters, where Drifters ends and it's like, see you in 20xdx. Oh, thanks, guys. That could be in the next fucking 80 years. I could be dead before a new season of Drifters comes out because you fuckers can't give me some goddamn information.
The anime industry will absolutely still be going in 2099.
2099. The answer is it probably actually will be because
cyber anime.
Because Shane, we are mortal, but anime is forever.
Oh god.
Anime lives on in our hearts.
Anime lives on in my soul, and it corrupts me to this very day.
I'm going to still watch the fuck out of this new Madoka show, though.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Because I am a bitch, and
Yo, someone tweet at Crunchyroll, tell them to pick this shit up.
They're going to. And it's next year. It's next year.
It's 2019. Did they say when in 2019?
No, they didn't. They haven't said yet.
Okay.
Probably. I'm going to guess
spring. Maybe summer. I don't know. I believe Discord has crapped out again. We'll be right back after these commercial messages. Yeah.
like sequel to Rebellion you've all been waiting for. Like, that's what I think they're probably doing. I would not be surprised.
Yes.
Yes. So in essence, so with that, I think we're pretty much done.
With news. Oh.
Yeah.
With the news.
Fuck the news.
News. So now we head into our weekly sales chart. The only big thing from this week is that Cells at Work came out with its first Blu-ray volume, and it sold.
All right.
It's it sold in total for DVDs and Blu-rays. It sold over 5K, which is a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
So it did pretty good. It didn't do as nearly as good as initial statistics were hoping it would, but it did pretty well to the point where it justifies existing.
It did moderately well.
I also forgot. There's one really, really cool thing about Cells at Work that I forgot to talk about. Not about the anime, but actually about people.
What?
There is a doctor on Reddit who's a pathologist who's going through medical school,
mm-hmm.
who is actually going through every episode of Cells at Work and basically explaining the science behind all of it. And he focuses on one cell per episode. And it's surprisingly fucking dope. Like,
because the show doesn't fucking stop dead in its tracks to do that for you.
Yeah, but this guy is more so an actual doctor.
Yes.
Yeah, this guy's an actual doctor who knows what he's talking about.
Knows what the fuck he's talking about.
It's actually really interesting, and if you get the time, go on Reddit and look him up. That's it.
Yeah, Cells at Work did pretty decent.
That's good. That's good.
Did pretty decent. Outside of that, it's more of just the same. Fucking Comic Girls dropped like fucking from previous volumes. Like previously, like every volume's just been constantly like just fucking dying. So
good.
Which sucks because the fucking show was great and I need more of it. But the first volume did sell pretty well, so that's probably sometimes fucking mid volumes don't sell as well. I don't know. Japanese fans are weird. They'll only get volumes of like episodes they like. They won't.
Japanese are weird.
But with that, I think we're pretty much done with the sales chart, and we can move on to the main event. We can move on to the main event, which is the featured anime of the podcast. Our anime of this podcast is the Magical Girl adventure series Flip Flappers. From Studio 3Hertz, directed by Kiyotaka Oshiyama and written by Yuniko Ayana. It aired for 13 episodes from October 6th, 2016 to December 29th, 2016, and it's currently licensed by Sentai Filmworks, and you can watch it in the links below on Crunchyroll and HIDIVE. So if you want to watch Flip Flappers,
We got
go
you
do
covered.
Go do that on your links. Flip Flappers follows Kokona, a high school girl who who is kind of bored with her life for the most part. She lives alone with her grandmother, and she's not really sure what she kind of wants to do with her life. One day she runs into a mysterious, eccentric girl named Paprika, who brings her to a world known as Pure Illusion. Pure Illusion is a place where anything can happen, and they go on adventures and they search for these little rock things called amorphuses or whatever the fuck they're called.
Amorphuses.
Amorphuses, while at the same time dealing with an evil rival possibly evil organization who wants to take the amorphuses for some unknown purpose. So we have a lot to say about Flip Flappers. So
yeah, we do.
I want to start with Spencer. Spencer, what did you think of Flip Flappers?
Okay, so to start with, audience, I've had Flip Flappers hyped up to me to no end from Matt and Shane.
Mm-hmm.
Like, every time I made the mistake of confusing it with Handshakers, because they're both blankers, so I just kind of got them mixed up sometimes.
Which confirmed we will be covering Handshakers on this fucking show at some point.
Yeah, we will at some point, but yeah.
But yeah, I had no idea what to think of going in, because it was one of those things like Madoka and Ava. When I asked Matthew what was Flip Flappers about, he's like, "Oh, it's better just to go in blind. Just don't worry about it." Which, after watching Madoka, made me worry.
They all die.
No, this anime is great. Honestly, it's really good. I'll get into my issues later, because it really is one glaring issue.
There's
and it's a super hot take, and I'm putting up the flame shield for it when we get to it. But no, the art style was gorgeous. The use of Sakuga was outstanding. It was a beautiful anime, like beautiful. The characters, except for one, were fantastic. The voice acting, except for one, was on point the entire time. The story, while I have some minor gripes and nitpicks about it, especially near the end with the backstory of a certain character, it's still, for all the stuff that I'm going to say that's negative, it's only negative for me. Like, it's not against the anime as a whole, which is why I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I liked the kind of bittersweet ending to it. But, I thoroughly enjoyed it. But definitely didn't live up to the hype, though, that you guys put up for it.
Shane, what did you think of Flip?
I think that Spencer's wrong and he's a pee-pee doo-doo man.
All right, so I'm taking you more.
No. Okay, so I was the one who picked this show. So everyone here knows that I've wanted to watch a show for a while, because much like Spencer was getting hyped up by us, I was getting hyped up by Matt, because he told me about the show. He's like, "Yo, Shane, you like Sakuga?" And I'm like, "Yes, Matt, I do enjoy Sakuga." And he's like, "Watch Flip Flappers, you fuck." And then,
for the audience at home, what is Sakuga?
Sakuga is basically a term meant to describe when the quality of the animation is higher than usual. So those scenes where everything is really fluid and really well animated, that's Sakuga. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've wanted to watch a show for a while, and I've had the weirdest relationship with the show, because I've wanted to watch it even before I picked it for the longest time. But I've always started and stopped it. Like, I'll watch an episode or two and then just stop. And then 3 months later, I'm like, I should probably watch that. I should probably start over. And then it's just a cycle. So,
but
when I finally... When I finally actually got to watch this for the podcast, I was very, very pleasantly surprised. I never said while I was hyping it up that it would be perfect, and it is absolutely not perfect. There are some issues with this show. However, I'm willing to forgive the issues that it presents, because this show is just so much goddamn fun. Like there is so much. There was so much hard work that went into this. It just bursts with creativity, and everything about this show is just like, it's like sensory overload for me in the best way possible. Like the animation, the music, the cinematography, the thematic depth, the lesbians. Everything about the show is great, and I really, really enjoyed my time watching it, even though there are some things that could have been done better.
I watched Flip Flappers as it originally. It was, and it's one of those shows that it's a show that that as it was coming out, I was really excited for it.
Mm-hmm.
And because I still think Flip Flappers is one of the best PVs of the past decade. And it's one of those. And so when I was watching it, I fucking loved it, and then I didn't, and then I loved it again. So I had an interesting relationship with the initial viewing. So rewatching the show for the podcast was a very, very fascinating experience for me, because Shane can attest, I went through like several moods watching the rewatch.
Yep.
Several moods, because
this show is just as good as I remember it. It might go up to a 10. Wait, that's not right. This is kind of dumb. It's not a 10 anymore. But I still liked it.
It's Flip Flappers on. This is one of those shows where on rewatch, its successes become more impressive, but its flaws become more glaringly obvious. And it's such a small thing, but at the same time, it's glaringly obvious that that this thing went through hell of a production.
Yep.
This thing was a troubled as hell production, with the writer left halfway through the show. And because of that, the second half of the show has her ideas in it, was not written as necessarily by her. They kept going over budget, with the director who was extremely precise and picky on what he actually wanted. The show was really expensive to make too, because it was an original anime that had no prior of anything to it. There's no manga, no light novel, no anything. It's an original anime adaptation that never got a manga to promote it. It was just one singular anime that he just decided to do, because it's like, hey, we have this passion project we want to do.
And with the level of quality in the animation, you can tell they spent a pretty penny on this. And then, to make matters worse, the show is one of the biggest anime bombs of the past couple of years. That's unfortunate.
It is very, it's very unfortunate. Only in Japan though. Here in the Western world, Flip Flap blew up. So it's one of those shows that was more popular here than it was in Japan. But let's go into specifics. Shane, what was your favorite episode of Flappers?
Okay, so you guys know me. I'm a simple man with simple pleasures.
As much as battle shonen, you click like.
Yeah. As much as I want to say, there was. I'm gonna have a tie for my favorite episode, because there's two that stick out in my head, for completely different reasons. Mm-hmm. The first one being episode 3, aka Mad Max Fury Road.
Mad Max Yuri Road, that's what that is.
Mad Max Yuri Road Z. Am I right? Anyway.
Yeah, pretty much.
So this episode is one of my favorites, just because this is the shit I love to see in anime. This is purely why I watch anime, because it gives me this crazy bullshit that I can't see anywhere else. In terms of just pure animation and action, this episode is top-notch. Easily one of the best, if not the best, in the entire show. Because it breaks down the wall, it goes all out with the crazy, over-the-top action that you would expect from a DBZ episode. And
characters are literally fighting in the sky in the vein of DBZ.
Yeah, they're
fighting.
literally like flying up into the sky and having like punch flurries, and she goes Super Saiyan Blue. God damn it! Like they get like crazy transformations, and they fight a giant kaiju like monster, and then they transform into magical girls, and it's fucking wacky. It's over the top, and I loved every second of it. And
was every shot in that episode Sakuga because it felt like it.
Yes, yeah. And just like the homages to everything that it's referencing, Dragon Ball Z, Mad Max, fucking magical girl animes, it's all top notch.
Star.
Yeah, Fist of the North Star.
Fist of the North Star.
Yeah, it's fucking top notch. It's just
when Coconut with like the mask came in, that felt like something out of fucking Mad Max.
That is literally Mad Max, even down to the fucking soundtrack. It's got like the distorted guitar riffs, and that is literally Mad Max. Like, and fucking George Miller could lift that straight into a Mad Max movie, and I'd be like, yeah, go for it.
That's a straight up from. I was like, am I watching Flip Flappers or am I watching the Academy Award nominated Mad Max Fury Road?
Wow, I didn't know the sequel to Fury Road already came out. What?
Like, I was losing my shit. Fucking that was but episode 3 is great.
Yeah, but episode 3, if you're the shonen battle side of me that just wants the pure action, love that. On the other hand, opposite side of the spectrum, character development and more emotional depth, episode 9 is tied for my favorite. It's the episode 9. Where Coconut is trapped in the cottage as Paprika and Yayaka fight, which we'll get to Yayaka. We will.
We will get to Yayaka.
But yeah, there's just so much emotional resonance there where Coconut is mad at Paprika and she has to get over the fact that she's upset with her to save her. And then everything with Yayaka in this entire series is fantastic. But specifically in this episode, where she's literally fighting for Coconut's affection against Paprika, she's like, no, you don't know her. I've known her since we were kids. I'm her friend. You're not. You just showed up out of nowhere. You can't take my Coconut from me. I'm like, girl, stop. Don't make me cry. Don't do it. Girl. Yeah, and case in point, the action in that episode is also fantastic. So
the action in this show is pretty much fantastic. On in the majority, basically the entire show. So, in terms of my favorite episodes, episode 3 for just the crazy action spectacle, episode 9 for the more down to earth emotional stuff. Spencer, what's your favorite episode of?
I also can't pick, so I'm going to go with 2, which is fine because they're actually back-to-back episodes.
Which ones?
So, starting with the first one, episode 5, Pure Echo.
Oh, the spooky one.
The spooky one. Oh. Coconut and Paprika are in Pure Illusion.
Greetings to all. Aw, damn it.
Out by some, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, what, Shane?
Oh, nothing. Don't worry about
Greetings to all.
Greetings to all.
I watched both the dub and sub for this, and the dubs is a little funnier, but what the sub did, what the original Japanese did, is they're not even speaking. It just sounds like garbled nonsense. It just goes.
But yeah, then they get captured by some girls, and then they get stuck in this time loop. And as they get stuck in this time loop, every time the clock strikes midnight, it loops again. And you see through a lot of clever editing the fact that, they get used to the time loop, and then they're going through the same thing. So, they start to get used to it, and then they start to enjoy it and kind of follow it. And then once the time loop is broken, it does a really interesting thing where it's like, okay, well, now it's broken. And then it also has Yayaka in it helping out. And Yayaka's amazing. And it's creepy. It's a really good atmosphere. It has my favorite style of animation with the actual students, which is that very harsh paper book style animation.
The fact that it fucking directly references The Shining.
Yeah.
That episode, fucking, you know what I loved about that episode? was the fact that it was scary, but at the same time, it was also like fucking really funny.
Greetings to all. Greetings to all.
Like the first time you see them, like it's creepy, but then it just cuts to Paprika and Coconuts' reactions, and they're just like, hell no, and they just fucking book it.
Yeah.
They try to book it, and then they get caught, and then all of a sudden it becomes them going, greetings to all, and I'm going, greetings to all.
Greetings to all.
That was funny.
But yeah, very good atmosphere. It's also like one of the first time where like Yayaka is there, but they get the amorphous fragment. And then the next episode, an episode that made me cry like a small child, episode 6, Pure Play.
Oh god, this one.
So I actually have a family member who suffers from Alzheimer's. Who
The Alzheimer's episode.
Who sadly had to be put in a home. So this episode really, really hit close to home, and it was a point where I couldn't watch an episode after this because it was one of those things where it was too real.
The tears were in his eyeballs.
So basically, this episode is about Coconut and Paprika get dragged into an alternate world where both Paprika and Coconut are playing two different versions of one girl named Iro, and Iro lives with her grandmother. But her grandmother develops Alzheimer's and starts to lose her memory of Iro. So, and then the whole thing ends with like them finding like a bottle of nail polish left behind, and it's like, if I ever start to forget you, show me this. And then it was like they show her, and she recognizes her, doesn't remember Iro, recognizes her, and then they get out of the pure illusion, and it turns out to be their upperclassman, Iroha Irodori, who they find wearing the nail polish. And and then bit of the next episode, they find out that if they change something in pure illusion, it changes in real life.
Because guess what? Pure illusions are just people's fucking memories.
They're just the metaphorical representations of one's imagination and memories put into like a more surrealist vibe.
Also, since we're on the subject, can we talk about Senpai real quick?
Senpai? Yeah.
Art club.
I love her.
Yeah, she's great. Even if I feel like her that she's mostly just device, but like
I don't even care, dude.
But she's great.
I genuinely love her, and I love her design. There's something about the messy ponytail that I just dig.
Really simplistic. It's a really simplistic design, but those two episodes are.
Yeah.
We all know what Matt's favorite episode is. So just get it out.
If you know me, you can kind of guess what my favorite episode is. It's episode 7. I need to look up the name of it.
Because if there's any sexual growth subtext, it's going to be Matthew's favorite episode.
Coconut, horny.
Coconut is horny as fuck. It's called Pure Component. Okay, it's not really about that, but like it's about other. But we'll get into that specifically. So Pure Component. Coconut. This episode involves the world of pure illusion that they go into in this episode. Is Coconut goes into a world where she can't find Paprika. Instead, she finds different version. She finds like different versions of Paprika. You got the little sister Paprika. You got the pretty boy Paprika. You got boy next door Paprika. You got punk Paprika. You got crazy beats the shit out of sandcastles Paprika. You got it pretty much is just a world where it video is a world where you see just a bunch of different basically a world. It's just all the different versions of Paprika that Coconut sees, and the big and yes, you do see the version of Paprika that Coconut wants to fuck, and it's one of the things, and this also episode 7 lends itself to like. What makes it so good is more so like what makes the rest of the show so good, in the fact that it's able because it's set in a surrealist world where you kind of can just do whatever the hell you want. the show uses that to its advantage to really just like layer on subtext upon subtext upon subtext. Like, yes, this episode's about her Kokona meeting a bunch of different versions of Paprika, but it's not really about that. It's really about Kokona coming to terms with her own feelings. Now are confused of like, do I hate her? Do I like her? Am I romantically attracted to her? Like,
Kokona wanna fuck.
Pretty much, or she's not sure about that, and she's also dealing with like jealousy and shit, and dealing with like her own like insecurities at the same time. And there's a lot there's just a lot going on here. The show, and it's not subtle at all, like with what it's trying to do, but I don't think it needs to be, and nor I don't think it wants to be.
And if I'm mistaken, is this the episode where the Mimi bombshell drops at the end?
This is the one with the
Yes.
Mimi
Yes, where
bombshell.
she's like, she calls her Mimi, and then she's like, what the fuck did you just say?
Yeah, this is right. Here's the thing: this entire episode is her dealing with. Very end, she basically comes. Yeah, I'm in love with Paprika. And then suddenly he hears Mimi, and it's like, oh,
Who the fuck is Mimi?
It's like that episode of Friends when Ross says, "I take you, Rachel." And it's like Rachel's name isn't Emily. What the fuck?
We were on a break.
Am I the only one who didn't really care about Friends?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
You are the only one. It's on Netflix. Watch it. That's the one with the Mimi. Like the episode, and also the episode's just fucking. The animation is just fucking great. Episode 7, pure component, best episode of the series. All right, favorite characters time. I'm pretty sure everyone's got a very similar choice. So
I assume you two have the same choice, but I might differ.
You'd be wrong.
Shane, who's your favorite character of the show?
I've been rattling my brain about this for the last few days because I will openly. It's one of those things where I'll openly admit another character is the best character, but not necessarily my favorite. Mm-hmm. So I will openly admit that Yayaka is the best character in the show because she has absolutely the best character arc. But in terms of my favorite, I gotta go with my girl Coconut. My girl Coconut. I just love her. Like everything about her. Her design. She's fucking adorable.
Cutie.
Like I love her design, her personality. I love her sassy nature at the beginning, but I love how she's
sassy as fuck.
Yeah, she's sassy as fuck. But I love how she develops over time, and she becomes less cold and more open. And I fucking love her.
Her chemistry with Paprika is the cutest fucking thing of all time.
I know.
But Yayaka is the best favorite character of the show. Let's rave about Yayaka. So Spencer, Yayaka is also your favorite.
No, she's not.
Who's your favorite?
We're gonna go for a spin here, and
we're going detour into Swerve City, boys.
Spencer, I trusted you.
You talk about Swerve City, Matthew. Spencer's going to Swerve City. We're gonna go into some spoilers. Can we spoil?
Yes, of course we can spoil. That's the whole point.
The whole point of this is full spoilers. Okay. Guess what, motherfuckers? Dr. Salt.
I fucking knew it. I goddamn knew it.
Dr. fucking Salt.
I fucking knew it.
Biological father.
If it wasn't Yayaka,
Salt.
I knew it was gonna be Salt.
What a cool motherfucker.
He is fucking rad.
He is radical. He pulls out a gun on his wife and goes, "Listen here, bitch. You can't have her.
Listen here, you cunt. Give my daughter back.
Give our daughter back." And Mimi's like, "No, I need to protect her like a fucking crazy mom who's like overprotective as shit." And Salt's like, "Let my daughter go."
Salt's like, "Well, guess I gotta kill you."
And then the gun turns into flowers, and then he gets like stabbed, and we're like, "Holy shit!" And then it goes into his backstory, which is kind of but whatever. It doesn't matter because in the present he says like 6 lines in the entire anime, and all of them are cool.
You know what? I'm not gonna say it's a problem, but like, Salt could have like avoided all of this if he just went to Coconut and said, "Yo, you're my daughter. Don't go to Pure Illusion."
Yes,
Like,
but then we wouldn't have had an anime.
No, fucking, this could all been avoided if Sol had just gone with Coconut.
if Sol had just been a good father.
Guess what? Guess what?
It's Sol's fault. It's his fault.
Just like Shakespeare, every problem can be solved in Shakespeare if the characters talk to each other.
Wow, human communication. What a fucking foreign concept.
Fucking, no, but fucking Sol's awesome. But Yayaka's my favorite.
Yes.
Yayaka's always been even from when I first watched the show, Yayaka.
Oh, no. I'm going to state same as Shane. Mm-hmm. Yayaka is the best character, but is not my favorite character.
First of all, her design, her fucking, transformation, her flip-flapping transformation design is rad as shit.
Flip-flapping!
Flip-flapping!
And she's green as fuck. Literally.
She's literally a speedster.
She is.
She's so fucking fast. But Yayaka has the best arc of the show. Not only does she, she's a complete. I think out of the main three, she's the one she's a completely different character by the end of the series.
Oh yeah,
and, like her own storyline dealing with her own internal guilt of having to for her basically her entire life, while also dealing with her own basically her own insecurities of feeling unwanted. That's what Shane brought this up. But what's great about episode 9 is that Yayaka is already dealing with that she's unwanted by the organization that's using her. So she's already has that. But then she's already feeling unwanted by Coconut because Coconut is I want to fuck Paprika.
I want to fuck Paprika raw.
Yeah, pretty much.
Split that bitch open.
Jesus Christ.
I don't.
What is Shane into?
Sorry.
I don't want to know.
Shane's into some shit.
I don't want to know.
So Yayaka's just no one fucking loves me, and fucking the moment in episode 12 when she fucking just is yeah, I want to protect Coconut, and then she transforms is fucking great. Just that moment in general is one of my favorites in the entire show. Can we just talk about the transformation sequence in a second? Because they're rad as hell.
They are rad.
Just the animation is so good.
It's not my favorite transformation sequences.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not. But
that goes
I love
Madoka.
Madoka easy.
But I love when a magical girl transformation references that good old Sailor Moon.
Slash Cutie Honey.
Yeah, I know, but fuck you.
Literally every series ever is the same.
Every magical girl series is the same, goddammit.
But
you can blame Cutie Honey.
I can blame... Oh, Go Nagai. Fuck you, Go Nagai.
Fuck you, Go Nagai, for continuing to fucking revolutionize fucking genres as we know it with your impressive artwork, good storytelling.
Fuck you for creating
characters.
Fuck you for creating Devilman, which then got adapted into Crybaby, which might be one of my favorite anime of all time. So, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you. Yeah, fuck you. But Yayaka is the best character of the show. Now let's move on to a much less desirable topic. Who is our least favorite character of the show?
Woo!
Probably the one you don't remember their name.
Probably the one you don't. We're gonna save it because we're about to
Shit, yeah. Oh,
yeah.
Get ready for the napalm to drop, boys.
Let's start with Shane. Shane, who is your least favorite?
Okay, I actually had to look up.
I think I know who it is because I fucking forgot about this character too when I watched the show. I'm like, this character exists.
Hold on, let me bring up.
Are you talking about the scientists? Or are you talking about?
Oh no, the scientists are cool.
No, let me bring up the character list just so I have accurate information. My least favorite character is New, the third amorphous child who replaces Yayaka.
What is the fucking point of
There is no point to her character. She shows up because they're like, yo, bitch, Yayaka, fuck you, get out. We're gonna replace you with a third twin. And she literally does nothing. She holds a gun to someone, and then she's gone.
Yeah, she
Like,
holds a gun to someone.
She
and
holds
then
she holds a gun to fucking Boo, and then Boo freaks out, and nothing else happens.
And then she stays with the group for some
for
reason.
some fucking reason, and does nothing. And here, I think we've been doing the G.A.P long enough to know, hey, you should know me and my taste by now. If there's a bad character, whatever, it's, you know, they're bad. But if there's a pointless character that has literally literally has no point to be in the story, if you remove them, nothing would change, those are the worst characters. So fuck you, New New.
New is easily the... And her name sucks. Like,
Yeah,
what the...
Toto, Yu, New New. Oh yeah, real original there.
New, what are you, the vacuum from Teletubbies? Like, fucking, what are you?
What a pull. What an ass pull for that one.
What a stupid bitch.
Dumb. Alright, let's go to Spencer.
Okay, Spencer's about to drop like a napalm blast on Vietnam right now.
Give me a second.
Whole time.
I gotta get out my fucking flame shield real quick. Okay, my least favorite character is Paprika.
What?
And there are many, many, many reasons why I cannot stand Paprika.
Please, Spencer, why don't you list all of those reasons in a meticulous fashion?
Okay, reason number one, and honest to God, one of the reasons that's the most nitpicky, so I'm going to go for it first. I hate her voice. I hate it. It is the single most aggravating voice I've heard in an anime so far. Out of anything.
Man, how
it is one of those voices where you hear it, and at first you're like, okay, this is a bit grating, but I think I'll get used to it. And by episode 13, she's talking, and I'm just like, will you shut the fuck up?
Man, how will you fare against other Brittany Kurabowski characters? Because they all sound the same.
Exactly. No offense to Josh, because that's one of his favorite voice actresses, but I don't like her voice acting. I don't like her voice, or at least the voice that she does. I find those types of voices to be incredibly annoying and grating in an anime.
That's just her voice, Spencer.
Oh, I feel sorry for you, Brittany Kurabowski. Because I'm not shitting on you as a person. You seem like a nice girl. However, your voice is very annoying.
Well, guess what, bitch? She's voicing Cammy in My Hero, so deal with it.
Oh, great. Okay, well, I guess I'm dropping My Hero.
Fuck My Hero. Worst anime ever now.
But no.
Pride, I mean, she's Pride from Brotherhood, so if you like that.
Yes, I guess when you're playing a kid, it's fine, but when you're supposed to be playing like a semi-grown child.
The thing about Paprika is that she's supposed to be childish, so like...
Yeah, that's fine, but it doesn't stop her voice from being annoying. Like,
does it?
And once again, all this stuff is personal shit, and as I said in the beginning, it didn't ruin the entire anime for me, it just ruined parts of it. 2, her character is annoying. Like, she constantly puts Coconut in danger. She was the reason, yes, Coconut kind of transformed the first time in episode 1. However, she doesn't do anything aside from put Coconut in danger and then rescue Coconut through the power of love. And she's not as good a character as Yayaka. And her backstory with Mimi is some of the most Deus Ex Machina ham-fisted shit I've seen. The backstory of Mimi is bad, okay? It's not good. Those episodes are okay, but they're not good episodes. And what else is there? God, just her entire reason? Like, she says Mimi, and then it takes her 2 episodes to fall in love with her, but then it takes 5 minutes of seeing Mimi to be like, nah, I love Mimi. And then she's like, or do I love Mimi? And then it takes until the end of the goddamn anime for Paprika and her annoying voice and personality to be like, no, I love Coconut. And then we're all supposed to be happy for her, even though she just kicked Coconut to the curb because she wasn't Mimi. And fuck, it's just, she's aggravating. And if she was a person, I would have no qualms punting her over a fence. Fuck you, Paprika. You're the worst character in this show.
Oh man. Oh, is there anyone alive down there? That was a lot of napalm.
There's a lot of napalm. I'm pretty sure Spencer just killed a bunch of people.
Pretty sure Spencer just nuked Vietnam with that.
He just nuked Nam. I wholeheartedly disagree, but whatever.
So do I, but, you know, opinions are opinions.
Mm-hmm.
But let's move on. Let's move on to like more specific positives that we talk about. Let's talk about the animation of this damn show. Because I've been holding it in.
Go for it, guys.
That's pretty much how I feel. It's so good.
This is,
so
you know what? There was a statement that Matt made. He's like, "This is the best looking anime of the decade." And you know, after watching the whole thing and thinking about it, I can't argue there. It's absolutely in the top 3. Like,
it's
without
absolutely
a
in the top
doubt.
3 best looking anime of the decade. That's not just including fucking not just in anime. That's including directing and pacing it, like the directing and framing and everything. Fucking, if we're talking just pure animation, it's not the best looking show of the decade. But what makes that animation pop and so good is the fact that the framing and storyboarding and directing in the show is so good.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good, and it's one of those things where, like, even when there's like barely anything going on in a shot, the shot's still interesting to look at because the way they frame it is so it's creative and inventive. Like, they find really cool. Like, one of my favorite things is when they're in they'll use like particular, like in the second episode when they're in Yakusukiru's world.
Yes.
When they're in the cages and you think they're about to burn, and then you see the fucking the cage light on fire, so you think they're dead, but in reality they're like further up. Like, it's little things like that I fucking love. Like the little like touches. It's like, also,
man, Matthew, you brought up the best character. Shout out to Yusuke.
Yeah, shout out to Yusuke.
Awesome green rabbit.
Yusuke.
Adorable.
Fucking whatever the fuck he is. I don't know what he is.
Is he like
a gerbil rabbit thing? Like,
I don't know, but in Pure Illusion, he is like fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's buff as shit.
He's fucking Tuxedo Mask, basically.
Oh yeah, basically.
Yeah, he's Tuxedo Mask, and he's about as useful as Tuxedo Mask too. He just shows up and then goes away.
Yep. He's like Tuxedo. He's like if Tuxedo Mask and Kenshiro fucked and then had a kid.
Pretty much, actually. Yep. That's pretty much what it is.
Pretty close, actually. Yeah.
Pretty much. But I love the animation of this show. Is so fucking good.
Fucking phenomenal.
It's fucking phenomenal. Let's also talk about the music. Show?
Gorgeous.
There's one thing. There's one track in particular I want to talk about. It's the fucking insert song in episode 8. The fucking Voltron ass theme song.
Oh yes.
The mecha episode. But by the way, the mecha episode might be the dumbest episode of the show.
But god damn, dude.
It's so
like
much.
Like when they transform in the mech and they're going Voltron. I'm like, yes, this show is very good.
It looks like you know, remember from Gurren Lagann, like the first form of the Lagann where it was like all bulky and shit. It looked like that. It looked like that. And you hear the Voltron music, and when I heard it's like this is like some Gundam ass Voltron shit right now, and I love it.
And then they're literally having a giant like mech kaiju fight.
Yeah, and it's great.
Pretty great.
Like that insert song's good. I want to talk some of the music, like some of the OST tracks. Like whenever Coconut and Paprika like transform, like the flip flapping music is great.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to one of the best ending themes of all time.
Yeah, fucking the ED is the greatest ED of all time. Don't at me.
Don't at him. Don't at Legion Rex on Twitter. Don't do it.
Don't at Legion Rex on Twitter. It's great. It's
really
I
good.
love the fucking ED to this damn show. It's so much fun. It's the animation is like bouncy, but it's also like really really good.
Mhm.
The song itself is fucking great. The Brothers Grimm inspired backgrounds are
Mhm.
Yep.
gorgeous.
The thing I
They
wanted to
are.
say about that is that the song in particular, it's like this Disney ass like melodic sweeping orchestral kind of track, but for some reason it also has like this weird electronic like beat to it.
Yep.
It's got
Yeah.
some like techno fused in there. I'm like,
It has this dark undercurrent to it that's like when you see the Brothers Grimm stuff in the background and you actually read the lyrics, you're like, oh, there's some dark undercurrent to this fucking thing. I love fucking the ED. Like my favorite aspect of the ED though is not even the ED, is how the episodes always end with the ED.
Yes.
Fucking the music will swell.
yeah.
Like as like you know the ED is coming when you hear the music, like the start of the song, and then you hear the bell, and then the ED happens. Like the way the show ends every episode is fucking great. Like it fucking great.
Opening's
The
good,
OP
too.
is also a baller too.
Yeah, yeah.
OP's baller.
My favorite part of the OP is that one shot where Yayaka is just like spinning in a circle and she's like, whoop, 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 whoop. I love that so much.
Yeah, same.
But no, the OP is great. Great animation, great song, solid. Someone mute Spencer.
Fuck you. You can't use me. I'm God.
Spencer's lost his shit.
I'm God.
But
Anyway,
no, but this is the but that but the OP and E are great. And before we get into actually we'll get into credit because I have another section. I think that will be an interesting discussion. But let's talk about some criticisms first, because Flip Flappers definitely has problems. And it's one of those the flaws that become more glaring on rewatches. So Shane, what is the big issue you have with Flip Flappers that you've been hinting at?
okay. The show's weird because this is totally a fooly cooly situation for me, because while I can see the brilliance in its writing and how much thematic depth there is behind everything, it's just shy of being a perfect show, a 10 out of 10 for me, mainly because of two things, for me, personally. One, there's the backstories, which I will agree with everyone else, aren't the best. They're pretty generic. They're just thrown out there for the sake of having backstories. They're not very well done. We've already talked about that. We can get over that. The other major issue that I had, personally, was Pure Illusion itself, because
It makes no goddamn sense.
it makes... I know the point of it is that it's not supposed to make sense, but when I'm actually having trouble keeping up with the story because Pure Illusion is a nonsensical catastrophe, that's legit an issue. It is legit 100% a flaw with the show, is that it doesn't explain Pure Illusion enough to the point where I can follow up on it all the time. Because there were some parts in the show where I was legit confused about what was happening because of some bullshit with Pure Illusion. And to me, that is legit a problem, and it actually holds the show back.
I never had an issue with Pure Illusion. My issue is once you get once Mimi starts to come in, the show kind of loses its way.
Yeah.
The show lost it again. The show lost its right around half. You can fucking tell.
Yeah, you can absolutely tell. The second part feels completely different.
It feels completely different. It's a lot less like the first half is like kind of like a fairy tale inspired, surrealist Alice in Wonderland style trip that deals with like that's more heavy on theme and ideas than it is on story. Once the writer left, the story it becomes a dense motherfucker where it becomes more focused on story and plot than it does on those original themes. not necessarily a problem, as the story they decided to tell is actually a pretty good one. Not gonna dispute that. But it's just that it is a tonal discrepancy. And let's talk about those backstories because as somebody, because I think I need to point this out. Why is it that whenever a fucking show is good and they throw in a fucking Ava inspired fucking backstory, why does it always suck?
You were pregnant the whole time?
Why
What?
does it? Why? I think Shane can't speak because he hasn't seen Ava, but
No.
I think Spencer can attest too. You know what this backstory is? Another fucking Ava riff again.
Listen, I'm getting real sick and tired of this. Like, I understand that
Hey, remember Darling?
the backstory, that the Ava backstory part is genius, honest to God, but it's done in such a good, subtle way that it takes until episode, like, fucking 19, 20 for you to, like, you know, figure this stuff out and piece it together.
Ava did it good.
And it also it gives you hints and like, hey, maybe Rey isn't what she seems.
Context clues, visual storytelling.
Meanwhile, this just had 2 episodes basically back to back where it went, oh yeah, by the way, so here's what happened. Okay, so Paprika met Mimi. Mimi met Dr. Salt, who was a researcher for his father, who went into pure illusion, met with Mimi, and then started going insane. And then Mimi had a kid, and it was Coconut. But Mimi's kid isn't actually a kid; it's actually a part of the Amorphous. And it turns out that Dr. Salt lost Mimi, and then she went back. And then there's 2 parts of Mimi: a good Mimi and a bad Mimi. But the good Mimi's gone, so the bad Mimi's back. And then all of a sudden she comes back, and then Dr. Salt tries to shoot Mimi, but Mimi's like, no, I have special powers. And then all of a sudden, big bam, boom, we get back to bad Mimi.
And that's pretty much what it is. And it's
My head hurts after that, actually. Ow.
Now, to be fair to the show, this is far better than Darling's episode.
Yeah.
Far better.
Oh.
Far better. But it's the problem. My issue with it is that you have a show that oozes creativity, uniqueness, and like cool ideas,
and then you go straight to generic.
You go to the most generic thing you can think of, and I'm like, you could have done literally anything with this. You could like maybe Mimi is like maybe Coconut's gone so much into pure illusion that like Mimi is like the evil version of Coconut or some shit. Like that would have been an or like it's like the other version of Coconut because he's gone into pure illusion so much that she started to influence them. Because if we're going by the theme of pure illusion is just the imaginations and minds of other actual people, the fact that the Coconut's changing in those minds because Paprika exists. So what if in the minds of those people they have another version of Coconut who's completely different? Like that, that's a fucking cool ass idea, right? But fucking nope, they go, oh nope, it's Ava again.
Yo guys, you like Ava?
Yeah, when the fucking when Salt is confronting Mimi, I'm like, that's fucking Gendo and Ritsuko.
That's Gendo and Ritsuko. Like,
and then the fucking the what is it? Those fucking pillars show up that have like the guns, and I'm like, that's fucking Sele.
Yep.
I'm like, you're not even being subtle about it anymore. Show you're straight up taking from Ava. You're straight up taking from Ava. The only difference is that the actual specifics of what happened are a lot different than Ava. It's just that the episode is structured very similarly and has similar stuff and themes, and I'm just tired of shows doing that because I'm like, man, because there's other stuff you can do. The backstory itself, also episode 10 is a mess.
Yeah.
Episode 10 is a fucking messy episode. So yeah, most of my issues resolve around that backstory and the fact that it kind of like prevents the show from really reaching those heights. So I'm pretty sure, is that everything negative that everyone mentioned?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
All right, so this is going to be a brief thing, but I want y'all ideas on like I want Shane. I want your I want your interpretation of the ending because the ending is because
The ending's confusing.
the Flip Flappers ends ambiguously.
Yes.
It ends ambiguously and very, very up to interpretation on what you think actually happened. So I want your opinion. What do you think actually happened in the end of Flip Flappers? Because I'm curious.
Man, here's the thing. I'm not the kind of guy who deeply interprets everything he sees. So when it came to the ending, I just took it as face value as you could. It's like, oh, Pure Illusion is destroyed, but she's still in Pure Illusion. Holy shit! And then she finds Paprika, and then they manage to escape Pure Illusion, and at that point, it's basically destroyed. It's gone with, and they're back in the real world. Which I do agree with something you said. When they're actually back in the real world, it's a lot more drab than everything we've been used to up until this point. So I do believe that the ending symbolizes I don't even know, man. I'm not the kind of guy to think about this shit.
Life without Paprika, maybe.
Yeah. Like I'm not the guy to like really interpret this kind of shit. I'm just like, well, that was a thing.
That was a thing.
Yeah, but like if I had to think about it, I would agree with the argument that maybe it was Coconut finally coming out of her shell and finally embracing her feelings for Paprika and embracing who she really is now, and that in turn destroys her Pure Illusion, and then that's the end of Pure Illusion. I can get on that. Otherwise,
Spencer,
I'm like, I don't really care.
Spencer, what's your interpretation of the ending?
Okay, so my interpretation is it goes as follows: the battle happens, and then Paprika escapes, and then Coconut doesn't escape.
The end.
The end.
And then when Coconut is like, "No, I want Paprika," that's because that's basically the extent of her character at the end of the show. Was I love Paprika.
Where the fuck is Paprika?
I want to fuck the Paprika. I'm a lesbian.
Where the fuck is Paprika?
Paprika?
Where's Paprika?
Someone needs to edit that. Someone needs to make a fucking edit of
Peep-a-me!
replace fucking
Tiffany!
Peep-a-me and Paprika. Someone needs to fucking do it, please. Someone on YouTube.
You don't even have to change
want-
Peep and Me. You just make Popico's hair like this weird copper color.
I would fucking watch the entirety of Flip Flappers, but instead of Coconut and Paprika.
Paprika.
Yeah,
I used to call it Paprika.
It's absolutely Paprika.
It's just Popco and Pygmy. Like,
Dude, what if fucking
like
what if
I want
fucking
you
Pop
to see
Team
them.
what if Pop Team did a fucking Flip Flappers reference that we just didn't catch on?
Maybe I don't.
They honestly
how many
could've-
references do they have?
A lot.
Like 7,000?
A shit ton. But no. So basically, yeah. So Coconut is kind of she's like, wow, and then the doctor's like, Pure Illusion doesn't exist anymore. I can't find it. Ah! And then she finds out that's like, man, I found Paprika. I'm happy. And then it ends, and I'm like, okay, so obviously she's still trapped in Pure Illusion, and this is her Pure Illusion, being that she has Paprika, and she's happy now, and she kind of learns all the life lessons. Either that, or it's just nothing, and I'm just stupid.
I don't even care, dude, because they gonna fuck, and that's all I want.
They're going to fuck and fuck hard.
Legally. They're gonna fuck legally.
Yes.
Legally, too.
Go on, Matt. Give us your big smarty brain analysis.
All right. I think in the Discord I've already given mine stuff, but this is more for the audience. I pretty much I pretty much my thing is that I'm pretty. What throws off a lot of people is the fact that after her pure illusion is destroyed, it's like it's like kind of like really weird and out there, almost like they're still in pure illusion. So that what gets a lot of people. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. The show makes it pretty clear that the weird like trippy world, that the world in this universe, the more drab, realistic looking world is pretty much it's pretty much Kokona's own pure illusion. We had yet to see it in the anime, like exactly. So like that's pretty much what it is. It's Kokona's pure illusion.
Ow.
And it's how she sees the world. Like if you see in the beginning of the series, like she's like kind of bored with everything. That's pretty much how she sees like this world compared to like pure illusion. And when Paprika's not around, it's just kind of like mundane, boring. Also, there's a good little subtle detail if you watch that segment again. The TV, the news is lie news. So there's that. There's a lot going on. Like that's mostly my thing, is that it's pretty much just a representation of Kokona's own, her world without Paprika. And when Paprika shows up, her pure illusion breaks, and then she's able to get out of it and be with Paprika and fly through the sky, pretty much.
Also, here's a fun fact. Paprika's name is derived from Paprika because Paprika is the spice to Kokona's life.
Okay, so
damn.
Flip Flappers gets a 5 out of 10.
Not too much paprika.
Too much paprika, not enough cinnamon.
All right, I think it's time to give out our rating.
Not enough cocoa powder.
Spencer, what's your rating for Flip Flappers? What do you give Flip Flappers?
I know I shit on it a lot, but as I stated, it's still really fucking good. So Flip Flappers gets a 9 out of 10.
A 9 out of 10.
A 9.
A no out of 10.
A 9 out of 10.
Any reason why?
Yeah. Honestly, there's a lot of stuff that didn't make it a 10, but there wasn't enough to bring it down past like a low 9. It's a good anime, and I recommend watching it, honestly. For 13 episodes, it will only take about a day, 2 days max. Slow. Just honest to God, except for Paprika, it's great. Watch it.
Except for that bitch Paprika.
Fuck you, Paprika.
All right, Shane, what do you give Flip Flappers?
Okay, so like I said earlier, this is a fully coolly situation for me, where I see the brilliance in it, I see all the thematic depth, I see everything that it's doing, and it's doing it really well. But there's just enough to hold it back for me where I can't give it a 10. So I'm also going to give it a 9. Because while there were a lot of issues, there were some pointless characters, the story faltered near the end, there's some tonal inconsistencies here. I enjoyed myself too damn much to really bring it down lower than a 9. This is a very high 9. It is on the cups of being a 10. But the fact that there are those pointless characters, the story does falter where it does. The pure illusion isn't properly explained, that makes it kind of confusing. Those things generally hold it back from being a 10 for me, but I had too much fun with the show to deny that it is one of the best shows I've seen in recent memory. So with that, high 9 out of 10.
This should be a 10 out of 10 for me. And it pains me to say that I can't give it that, because that second half, that second, it's messy. It's really messy. So I can't, in good conscience, give it a 10. Even though my heart says my heart is a 10 out of 10 for this, but my brain is like nah. So I have to give it a 9 out of 10. Like, this is a 9 out of 10 show. It is a flawed yet highly ambitious show. And I think it may have bit off a little bit more than it could chew, but it really, really hit. And also the ending does, and the final episode whips shit. So like there's that. So it does stick the landing. So it's really worth it in the end, and it definitely is a 9 out of 10. So I'm pretty sure, and so that's everyone's scores, and now it's time to pick the next featured anime for the podcast. If you guys are new to this, we rotate every other week between a pick from me or Shane or the randomizer. Last time the randomizer. Now, if you all remember a couple of episodes of I want to say a couple episodes ago, you know that Josh and Shane collaborated on the randomizer to give it Keijo, which we're going to become Keijo, and promised Spencer that next time he was on the podcast, he was going to be able to pick it was going to be all him. It was going to be all him. Well, Spencer's on the podcast, and now he's finally able to follow through with his promise.
He's finally able to pick his randomizer.
Pick his randomizer. Now, the randomizer has changed up a bit since the last time.
Yes, it has.
The site went through a massive overhaul. Not only did it add a bunch of new shit, I mean, it's constantly adding new shit, but it also, the actual generator went through a massive random overhaul. You now can view whatever you can outside of making it more specific. You can now pick whether you or just and as well as picking whether you want a movie or a show or whatnot. So random stuff like that we're actually not really going to pay attention to. It's just we're not using those. The real big ones are 2 new additions. For one, you can now pick the years between when you want the shows. If you're wondering, the years are between 1970 and 2018. So anything earlier than 1970 is not really available on the randomizer. So it's anywhere from the 1970 to 2018 pick. And you can, so if you really wanted to, you can have it be like between 1984 to 2005 and be like super specific. And to make it things even included, the amount of genre, originally you could only pick up to 3 genres to choose from. Now, pick as many as you want. And you can also exclude as many genres as you want. So you can, y'all can cheese the randomizer if
we can meta the randomizer to hell and back.
Yeah, we can meta the random. I will say this as a host. Please don't.
Matt?
At least don't use it. What?
I thought about this when I was falling asleep last night, how we could do this properly. So, we all know it's incredibly easy to meta the randomizer now.
Yeah.
Now, yes.
Yeah.
So here's my idea, okay? So each person gets 1 meta of the randomizer per year. You can use it anytime they get to pick the randomizer, but you can only do it once. After that, you cannot meta the randomizer. You have to go with base randomizer stats.
Yeah. Oh, just pick whatever, pretty much.
Yeah,
like,
just pick whatever, but
whatever
you
want.
Can't meta. That's what I thought of falling asleep.
Maybe. I like that idea, actually.
I'm honestly fine with that because, there's only going to be once in a blue moon where I'm like, I specifically want to watch this show. Oh, a randomizer's coming up? Let's meta this shit. It's not going to happen very often.
It's pretty much. So per year, everyone gets 1 meta on the randomizer. After that, everyone gets 1 meta on the randomizer. Considering that this year only has, I calculate, only 2 randomizers left, pretty much. We are pretty much with I don't know how many chances we get to do that, but whatever.
Yeah.
Spencer, since it's your show, considering we promised you that you would have fun. So, what do you want on the randomizer?
Go for it, my boy.
Okay, so full disclosure, I'm using it right now. Full disclosure, I am using my 1 meta for the rest of the year.
He knows exactly what he wants.
I know exactly what I want. So here we go, Matthew. Ready? I want it between 2016 and 2018.
All right.
The genres I want included are action, comedy, mystery, and supernatural.
And then
Alright.
disregard everything else.
And then remove every other tag.
Remove all the other
literally
ones.
all of the rest of them.
Exclude anything that has anything to do with ecchi or parody or psychological or anything.
This is
Move it
such a
Also,
hard. This is such a hard. Meta.
I would like to let you all know that they added 3 new genres into the randomizer.
What ones
ones?
are they?
Seinen, shoujo, and shonen.
I think this is
I
a
feel
shonen.
like Shonen was there already, but I could be wrong.
But they
Shonen wasn't there.
It was not there.
Well,
But
guess
they've
who's
added
picking Shonen every
genres.
time?
They've added shonen. Yeah, that doesn't mean anything actually. We're gonna generate a random anime.
Yes.
We all know what's
generating.
coming. If
I hope
It
it
is
goes.
generating.
I hope to God.
if it goes the way we think, we know exactly what's going to happen.
I don't know what this is. Wait
Wow.
a fucking minute. The randomizer lied to us.
Wow, Spencer,
Oh!
you fucked up.
Oh, because it said include both comedy and supernatural, meaning it's going to both comedies and supernaturals as well. It just because it doesn't have action in it. Spencer, the meta didn't work.
Wait. Check if we can watch this. Is this available legally?
Can't. It's available legally. We're watching it.
What is it called?
The Morose Mononiken.
What the
It's a
fuck
comedy
is that?
supernatural stuff on the spring of last year.
1 second.
Shade is losing his shit right.
What the fuck? Fucking bullshit fucking anime fucking generator. I fucking talked about a goddamn anime that I enjoy and you fuck me. You don't even take me out to fucking dinner first. Fucking Christ.
He used this one meta.
fucking anime about?
He used this one meta for the rest of the year. And it fucked him.
It's about the start of Hane's Ayushiya high school career has not been easy. He has spent always the first week in the infirmary, and his inexplicable condition is only getting worse. The cause of his torment is the mysterious fuzzy creature that has attached himself ever since he stumbled upon that day before school began. As the health continues to decline, the creature grows in size. Hane comes across a flying advertising an exorcist that expels yokai. So basically, he's got a demon or a yokai stuck to him. Desperate and with nothing left to lose, he calls the numbers led to the Mononiken, a tea room which suddenly appears next to the infirmary. A morose-sounding man named Abeno helps Hane but demands payment afterwards. Much to Hano's dismay, he cannot afford the fee and must become an employee of the Mononiken to work off his debt. Makes things worse, his new boss is, of course, a classmate. If Hane ever sells to settle his debt, he must work with Abeno to guide a variety of dangerous, strange, and interesting yokai back to the underworld. So it involves yokai and demons and all that fun
What
stuff.
the fuck? What is this called?
It's called the Morose Mononiken. It is currently licensed by Funimation and did receive a dub. So it is available to
The
watch
Morose
on
Mononiken.
Funimation and Crunchyroll.
Yep, the Morose Mononiken is available on Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Yeah. The Morose Mononiken. I have never heard of this before. This is a new one for me. Shade has lost his shit, bruh. I was crying.
I'm so fucking
mad.
pissed off. No. Fuck this. Fuck this entire fucking podcast. You know what? Fucking, hey guys. Hey. It's been nice knowing you. It's been nice talking to you. Have a good day. Don't watch this fucking podcast. I hope you get fucking
Okay, Matt.
off my dick.
Matt. Oh, he actually left. He legit
left.
Okay, Matt.
Right. I think
Just
it's time to
to
wrap
clarify,
up.
Matt, on the randomizer, can you make it? Oh, he's back. Can you make it so that it's only 1 year you're picking from, like 2016 to 2016? Can you go that far?
Yeah, you can.
Well,
Yeah,
there
you
you go,
can.
Spencer.
Here's the thing, though. This show's from 2016, so it wouldn't have helped.
It could have
The
helped.
same logo.
I
it
can't
could've-
fucking believe that we've done this multiple times beforehand, and every time we got bungo. And as soon as we hit record, the randomizer's like, yeah, fuck you, Spencer.
I just want somebody else to talk about fucking Bungo.
Well, looks like
I'm
we're
the
not
only
watching
goddamn
Bungo.
person. Guess we're not. Guess we're watching some fucking anime that might be good or it might be shit.
Let's see how many episodes this is. It's 13,
It's 13 episodes.
So it's not too long. So that's all
What does it have on Mall? Let me see what this fucker has on fucking My Anime. Fucking like, fuck you, fucking cunts, fucking piece of shit, dumbass bitches.
Can we end it?
It has a 7.44. All right, not too bad.
Okay, not
actually.
too.
It's
Can we end this, please?
not the same as Bungo, actually. Bungo's got the same on now, so pretty good.
Hey, thanks
So we
for
might
stopping by. Go ahead, fuck Paprika, but don't actually fuck Paprika. And while we're at it, fuck you, dude, who makes the fucking random anime list. It's been fun. He's your host, Legion Rex, with his co-host, Bearded Gaming Network. I don't give a shit. Fucking follow them on Twitter if you want. I'm your honorary not co-host because they won't give me that status, but ghost guest host that shows up every once in a while when I'm not working. And this has been the Generic Anime Podcast. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, that's how it's actually ending. Bye. Thank you for listening to The G.A.P. If you like what you've seen, you can subscribe to the G.A.P Podcast YouTube channel to get the latest podcasts as they go live. Be sure to like and comment and let us know what you guys think of the show. Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.